Hi everyone. So in this video we're gonna look at how to make some tattoo balms. I've been R&Ding into this for a while now, how to take care of your tattoos and what type of balm that you can use while you're tattooing, aftercare as well. So a couple of ingredients that you need to keep in mind when you're making a tattoo balm or ink balm is that you need something that is antibacterial, you need something that is breathable, you need something that would keep it moisturized, especially something that you're going to apply right after a tattoo, right after getting a fresh tattoo, so it doesn't swell, it doesn't infect or anything like that. At the same time, you need to remember certain essential oils that you can actually add into it that will help in the healing process, so keep it protected and whatnot. Keep in mind, you should never use Vaseline. You can search on Google to find out why you shouldn't use Vaseline. You should always use something natural. So in this particular recipe, I'm gonna use beeswax because it gives a protection layer. At the same time, it's a breathable layer. So the main waxy substance that we're going to use is beeswax, which will give you that hold and it will make it thicker, so it won't be like very oily. And to moisturize, we're going to use shea butter in this, and at the same time we would also use some jojoba oil, because jojoba oil is something almost similar to as your sebum that your body produces. So it'll allow your body to absorb. It will be the vessel that will carry all the nutrients into the skin. So make sure you use some jojoba oil. I'm gonna also use coconut oil, which is like which is also very good for your skin, and also it is available in Sri Lanka. It's not that expensive. So if you are from a country that doesn't have coconut oil, you can switch to something else like almond oil, argan oil, olive oil or something like that. That's completely fine. So for this particular recipe, I'm going to try to use coconut oil, which is local, and also I'm going to also try to include some different type of oils. For example, I have some moringa seed oil, which has a lot of vitamins in it, and there's some maybe almond oil, anything like that I would actually mix into it. What I'm going to try to make it in is that this is a sample. I'm going to make it in this 50-gram jar to give out to few tattoo artists that I'm going to collaborate with. Let's dive into the ingredients and how I'm going to melt it and mix it together. Also, you need to keep in mind, if you want, you can add a little bit of calcium carbonate, but if you add calcium carbonate, it might turn into a little bit chalky. You don't want that, but it also helps with the tattooing process or healing process as well. This is something that you can experiment with. For this particular product, I'm not going to use calcium carbonate, just to start with and see how it actually works out. Then later I'm going to improve it after I get some feedback. So let's get started. So we need about 5 grams of beeswax. Next we need shea butter. I'm going to measure them straight into the container. Ideally you should use a double boiler. Since I have a stove top, which I can actually lower it to the lowest setting, works really well for me. But if you don't have something that you can control the temperature with, make sure you use a double boiler so you don't burn your ingredients. The recipe calls for about 18 grams of oil. I'm gonna mix each one into it. So I have 3 types of oil. About 10 grams of moringa seed oil. Then I'm gonna use a little bit of jojoba oil. Since I have added a little bit more oil, I'm going to add like 2 grams of beeswax into it, so it doesn't become too runny. Essential oils, ideally you need to use something that actually has healing properties. For this, I'm going to use lavender and tea tree. Those two are very good when it comes to cuts, bruises, and has a lot of antibacterial properties in there for healing. So I'm going to use that. Now that everything is incorporated well together, I'm gonna grab the container. While it's cooling down, I'm gonna add the essential oils. This is tea tree oil. I'll add a bunch of drops in there. This is lavender. Make sure you mix it well together and let it cool in room temperature. And that's about it. Let's see how it looks like once it's cooled down.